All right, David. Hey, buddy. Here's your video analysis for March 13th, 2021. We've got um, we've got a nice throw here, pretty good accuracy. This ball was a great accuracy, and it was up in the upper 1-9 range. Now we did have the bases in a little tighter by accident. We've got to make sure that we get our details locked in on that. But you were throwing the ball really, really nicely. We really worked on having some good pre-pitch and making sure we have good rhythm and extension. Okay, we're going to look at this extension piece right here. So as we start out, we know that you're a dynamic catcher. You got a great arm. You're strong and wiry. There's a lot of good things here. We want to make sure that as you're coming out of your stance, okay, as you're coming out with your pre-pitch, we want to make sure that we're not um, moving upward as we catch the ball. All right, this is okay right here, but I think you're bordering on the edge of kind of coming up out of your legs a little bit. I want you to see what we like to see. We like to see this angle. We want to see your trajectory, your incline, kind of follow that back angle as you work out of your stance, okay? And you can see that you get really close to coming off of that line, okay? So as we get kind of towards the end, it starts to peak upward a little bit. Okay, right about here. Okay, now again, you're pretty strong, and you're able to manage this a little better than most guys. You got pretty good pound for pound strength, but we start to lose a little bit of incline there. All right, so just be very, very careful on that. I think this is good. I think this is good because of how dynamic you are. All right, but this is the stuff that I like right here. Okay, this is where I say, okay, well, he may be coming up a little bit, but he still has good momentum, and he's really strong on that post side leg, right? There's a lot of good connection points within your lower half right here. As you begin to drive, you have good length back here. Okay, now watch this. We talked about this. We talked about our hip, our knee, and that ankle extension, right? We talked about those three things. Let's watch those things work as you extend with that lower body. Look at that, right? Here's your hip, here's your knee, and there's your ankle right down there. Boom. Okay. So these 3 points, very nice. Okay. Very nice. All right. Again, if you work upward back here and then you push out to drive, what will happen to your extension is it'll look more like this. Okay. And so that's what we want to stay away from. We want good length. We want good extension. That's what helps us be more efficient. If we're more efficient, then the accuracy of our throws happens a little bit more consistent, less effort, less max effort, okay, higher velocity. All those things take place. Now, one thing that's important is your stride, and your stride's actually pretty good. So I'm just kind of pointing it out just so you are aware in case you see um, other video of in-game, or maybe you're just not feeling right, okay? Your stride here is really good, okay? Again, it should be about what your stride is when you hit. Those two things should be pretty similar. If this is too long, if your stride is too long, even if it's maybe 4 inches too long, then your front leg will kind of pin you back against your back leg, all right? We don't want that, okay? If it's too short, even again by 4 inches, then this post leg will work upward too much. It'll kind of be like this, all right? So we want to make sure that it's just the right length, and you're looking good right here. Look at this finish. Very nice, right? Very good finish right there. Pretty consistent too. I mean, as I watch you throw, I don't know, we made what? We made maybe 7 or 8 throws with ball and mitt, and then we had about 7 or 8 kind of going out, letting it rip from this position here. Your finish overall was pretty consistent. Okay, maybe a little bit more of that upper body extension. Okay, maybe a little bit more with that chest kind of down, but this is pretty good. Again, you're a tall kid. We want to make sure that even as you continue growing, we want to make sure that we're not working up this way, up that way, and up that way as you're going through your delivery. Okay, and it is harder for taller guys, but again, you're pretty blessed. You're light, you're pound for pound strong, okay? You've got a really good arm. We want to continue to utilize this backside to help your arm look even better, all right? Some guys, honestly, even like pro guys, big league guys, because their arm is so good, they get a little bit lax with their lower half because they make up with it with their arm strength, okay? So you're going to be in a really good position in about 5 or 6 months where you should be pretty consistently in that low 1.9 range. Okay, now again, I know we were giving you some of your times, but again, the bases were a little bit shorter. They were about 5, 6 feet shorter. It's going to make about 600ths of a tenth of a second difference. Um, so anyways, take those times with a grain of salt. But overall, really nice job with your transfer here. You let the ball travel. You got a nice pitch, right? And you let that ball push your mitt back. It's not a reach. Look at that. It's just a light catch and release with your fingers up. Really direct. Awesome stuff right there. When we look at, let's go ahead and look at our pop the plant time. We haven't done this in a while. Okay, there's our pop. Okay, we know we want to be around 0.22 seconds. Pop the plant. Boom. You're about 0.3 seconds. Okay, so you're hovering right in there. You're in that range. All right, point 0.3 seconds. Pop the plant. Your release time is going to be around 0.64. Oh, yep, 0.63, 0.62. Okay, it's a really good pop to release time. Okay, even the average college thrower is going to be about 0.68. All right, so very nicely done right there. You definitely make up some time. And again, you've got a favorable pitch to handle up in the zone, which is really nice. The challenge is going to be is making this kind of a throw on pitches that are, low and away, low and middle, maybe down and in even, and maintaining this kind of delivery with rhythm, with pace, and just with overall good, efficient technique. Okay, that's going to be the difference. And typically that's what separates the good throwing catchers from the average throwing catchers, all right? I think you have the ability to be a great throwing catcher. So hopefully you started your season out well the other day. I think you guys actually played one of my buddies that coaches over at Talkowitz. He said you looked great behind the plate. Sounded like it was maybe a little bit of a tough day at the plate with the bat. But anyways, all right, man, keep working hard. All right, take care, bud. Bye-bye.